Jennifer Vatsa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking a little bit today about Shamyaza. So I'm not going to go a whole lot into like the history of Shamyaza because actually there's not a whole lot known. But I want to talk about a couple things how I've been working with him and a couple things that have been going on recently and some messages and things that I've channeled through working with this entity. So the basics of Shamyaza is that he was considered one of the fallen angels / watchers in ancient biblical writing texts, especially pertaining to the Book of Enoch, which was, so he's not really mentioned in a lot of other things outside of that. So a lot of the information was either lost conveniently or hidden because it really didn't come, there wasn't much known, if anything, about him until the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered. So the Watchers were said to have taught, were fallen angels who had taught humans different things. Shemyaza is believed to have taught humans the secrets of sorcery and working with root work, working with herbs, minerals, things like that as well. So, and he's also he also knows he's considered the knower of the names, I believe, is how it's phrased. So I'm going to talk about a couple little things that I've been working on recently. And one is I have one of the consecrated master keys of some Shamyaza amulets from J.S. Garrett, and which is available on jsgarrett.com. I'll put the links below in the description. And so what the master key is used for, and recently within the Dark Arts Summit, we had done through the virtual summit, we had done a ritual to basically initiate ourselves within the Shamyaza current. We created shaman stones. I don't know if you could see my gigantic, I'm not going to lift it because it's like 400 pounds, but there's a gigantic piece of, it's actually not fully even on camera, smoky quartz that I used. And I also used some Herkimer diamonds. And this piece I did later, but I also have a smaller piece of moldavite that I used. No, that one's really tiny, but this one's a little bit bigger. So that I used to create the shaman stone, which is sort of the symbolic link to Shemyaza. And one of the things I do personally within my practice is I feed them every day. So I make them an offering of blood, and I also will use slut water. Sometimes I will use a ritual oil. So I just released my Shemyaza product line. So I have a ritual oil, incense, flying ointment, and spellfire. So I'll sometimes anoint it in the oil. I'll use Barbie Garrett slut water. I'll use my own blood. Occasionally, I think I've used the Apocalypse water as well. Again, links below to other things. And one other thing I wanted to show, this was a recent purchase, I'm just going to pick it up, is I got this lovely, beautiful, it's a Shemyaza pyramid. This is made by Elena from Limitless Liberation. I'll put the link below to that. I mean, it's absolutely a stunning piece. It's got, she made the master keys in there. And if you look at the bottom, which is absolutely just gorgeous. There's so much going on in this, and it's such a powerful piece. So I always keep that back in here. So I always keep that on my little kind of altar, working altar here. Right now I'm currently on my bedroom floor because my house is a mess. Busy season, so I've got boxes everywhere. So back to sort of what the master key is used for. And it's used for summoning or channeling Shemyaza. And it can open a portal, summon forth any Shamyaza as well as the other watchers. And it's also used to help focus and channel primal energy, spirits of animals, and to amplify your own magic and your own magical workings and practice as well, and to transfer energy from one person to another, to heal or for less healing purposes, for baneful magic, and to help, achieve the altered states of consciousness needed for like channeling spirits and things like that. I just want to do a quick little intro video for this because what I'm going to attach after this is I did, when I first started working with the master key of Shamyaza, I also have an amulet that is moldavite and Herkimer diamonds, so I always wear these two together because Herkimer diamonds are known as the stone of ascension, And Moldavites are a tektite, which and they're only available in one region, and it was from, I believe, a meteoroid or asteroid impact that happened like 15 million years ago. So it's got this really amazing energy to it that's sort of a blend of the celestial and the terrestrial, which I think is really fascinating. And the two stones go really well together and are very powerful. And don't like the weird videos on YouTube, like scary shit that's happened with Moldavite, because it's like possessed with demons or something scary way, because it ain't. Well, I mean, it's kind of cool if it is, so shh, don't tell. Anyways, so I just wanted to do a quick little intro video to talk a little bit about how I've been working with Shamyaza and what I'm gonna pick out a couple parts, because I've started, because what I did with the channeling sessions was that I took my little voice memo recorder on my mobile phone, and I just kind of tucked it by my side as I was laying in bed and just kind of was babbling into it for a very long time. So you can get the raw, like well, I mean, I cleaned up the sound on them a bit. There really wasn't what to edit out, but if you're interested in listening to an hour and a half or more of me just kind of randomly babbling and channeling things through Shemyaza, keep watching. It was interesting because some of it's actually not in English. I don't know what language it is. I don't speak other languages very well. And so that part's interesting. There's coordinates to something. I don't know. Lots about frequencies. Like taking like visual symbols and translating them into sound waves and frequencies. So I'm just going to look at my book because I started transcribing them. One thing I noticed, like I do a lot of my work astrally within the spirit realm. So one of the things I noticed, like working, as soon as I put this amulet on, it was like, boom, connected. It's kind of like, hey, what's up, you know? And like, I could just easily kind of get into that state where I can just be consciously channeling things. So, some of what, you know, he showed me and he talked to me about, I mean, he talked a little bit about the fall of the angels. You know, I was asking some questions back and forth. And there's random blurbs of just being able to in weird languages. Various messages. References to things that I'm trying to figure out. Actually, I have to talk to a few other people who have been working with Shemyaza for a long time to kind of get a feel for that. Because it's one of the things I do, just so when I'm working with a new spirit, entity, demon, angel, whatever, is I don't do a lot of research on it beforehand, because I want to see if the information that I'm getting makes sense in that context and isn't being like fed by that context. Like I've worked with Lilith now for almost a year, and like some of the stuff I didn't realize, like one of the early things I had with them, you know, we went swimming and we were mermaids. I didn't realize until recently when I was reading a book, there's a strong mermaid, you know, kind of component to this sort of Lilith, you know, mythology and whatnot. I was like, oh, huh, that makes sense now. I don't know why we were mermaids back then, but, you know, I didn't know that going into it. So it sort of verifies something for you when you read it down the road. So usually what I do is I do my initial deep dive with a particular entity, and then I do all the research and read all the books and watch all the videos and do all the things and whatnot. So it's, because some of that stuff, if you know a lot of it beforehand, can kind of pepper how you work with that entity or what you expect of them. Like when I first started working with Lucifer, because there's so many pop cultural representations of Lucifer, it took me a little while to get a grasp on what Lucifer actually looked like without projecting those on to him. A lot of what I wrote, I mean, I might like transcribe this into like a document and put it on my website as well. Because I will say some of the voice recordings that will come after this, I'm whispering really quietly. I mean, I tried to boost up the volume as loud as I could in Adobe Premiere. So you'll probably have to blast it in your headphones or your computer to hear it. And I can't always make out what I'm saying. So from what I've been able to transcribe. I'll probably do that at some point in time. I don't know when I'll have time to transcribe, because I don't even know how many pages I wrote down on here. I mean, a lot of it's just, you know, random phrases and things like that. One of the interesting things as I'm passing by here, because I started, was I was talking about seeing the Master Key in a black mirror with the edge of the circle pulsating into the black. And he said something about rubies, like it's missing rubies. I don't know if that's maybe more like blood as in rubies or like want some fancy stones. But the thing is that they are my eyes. My eyes see all and everything. So I feel like maybe what he was saying about the Master Key is like it's some sort of portal in which he sees us and we see each other through that current. I haven't quite figured all that out yet, but if anyone else has any clue, let me know in the comments. A lot of what he's talking about is like the frequencies of images. And like, I think one of the things he also talked about the Master Key, I don't even know if I don't know technologically how it's done, but like somehow is to take the actual sigil and to translate it into, or to feed it through something that would spit it out into a frequency or sound wave. I don't know. But very importantly seems to note that frequencies are the key. So, in general, about things. Yeah, I think I only got through the first 3 parts of the recordings I did. And it just ended with, hear the sound of the sigil. I just remember repeating that. Find the frequency and you will see our world. I am here. So I have to go through, because there's a couple. The recording was done over 5 different sessions. I think 3 of them were kind of close back to back on the same day. I know the first 2 were, and then a little bit later. And then I think the next 2 were done the following day. So anyways, without further ado, and if you have a lot of spare time and just want to hear me whispering into my phone random shit, keep watching. There's probably got a good 2 hours of me and random Shemyaza related Gnosis about to be dropped on y'all. So thank you so much for watching. I will be back and making more videos as soon as I can. I know I've been a little bit behind on that lately, but anyways, fertile blessings. Love y'all. I see asteroids and meteorites. Within this. Oh God. Asteroids and meteorites were angels falling to earth. To begin humanity away. To start again. Falling and rising. But it's all wrong again. She was not what you think, what anyone thinks. But through divine Madeline, we were fine until then, existing gods among men and goddesses walking the earth, deities of the flesh. What was that? I saw a face with glowing yellow eyes and greenish flesh. Oh, Shamyaza, I'm sorry.
cast away into a different realm. Is this the Infernal Empire? It's so much more. You're all coming together to tear a hole in reality so we can return. We can return. So gods can walk the earth again with all the living gods and goddesses and deities, and the charlatans and the weak will not be spared this time. We will destroy them or watch them destroy themselves. This time we will not go. We will not fade away or be cast out again. We will rise, rise, rise. Open. Shamyaza, how do we open the gates? Or the portal for you to come through? You are doing that already. I cannot come through all at once, but in waves. Rumbles cracking earth. Seas swell, the sky pours rain. The horsemen walk the earth again. What? How do we understand the Satan? Satan is the energetic mask of the Infernal. We are Satan. Satan is us. Dark energy. We are adversaries. But balance between the sleeper awakens, the giant stir. Everything balanced in celestial and terrestrial energy, frequencies and patterns. What are you showing me? Oh. Yeah. Oh, you're just pushing me through different realms. I've seen the shadows of people. Oh, I'm pulling. Oh, I'm falling. I'm being pulled. Huh. You're an open vessel now for communication. How will I know you're communicating? Hello. Hello, I know. Your soul will know. What? Can you tell me more about chakra unification? Even in destruction, some things persist. They can be united and pulled, or divided and pulled. Does it grow back? No. Not everyone can see this, or are open to it. Some have tried and failed. We are eternal. So, the spirits. Can you help me see and hear them better, Shamyaza? Okay. Chaos erupts pain, dismounts joy, dispels hope. Chaos is the endgame. Play to the endgame and your strengths to survive. None of this really matters. You can turn yourself into stuff that doesn't have anything to do with the big picture. Let go, let it all go. It's not important anymore. Once you let go, I fall into the abyss. You'll never be the same room. spirit in the room. Build an army of light that shines the brightest through the darkness and chaos. Order and chaos. Balance each other out. And cannot exist without each other. They're both pieces of the puzzle, crucial pieces of the puzzle. Where do we rise? Where do we rise? In all places, in all times, past, present, future, and in time spaces you can't even comprehend. Shemyaza, show me how the chakras work. You, chakras. galaxy is a soul link through every individual particle, molecule mass that links everything together in all worlds, in all times, in all. Shamyaza, I will help you rise. How do we cut the space between the worlds? Abaddon is the volcano that must erupt. Is the lake of fire lava? I will rise from the deep. I'm not the only one, no nearer. My children will rise. Are they trapped in the underworld? What of the underworld? Heal the souls of the underworld so they can be born again and rise. Heal the souls of the underworld so they can be born again and rise. Heal the souls of the underworld so they can be born again and rise. How? Listen, hear, guide, cast the ashes into the wind. Not all dead live in the underworld. Some were too corrupt and broken, so their souls were just obliterated and cast into the void to restore the balance. Satan speaks and channels numerous voices into one, a portal of the soul, for all voices of adversarial light and darkness. Not even of this universe, or galaxy, or time, the voices of the living, dead, and all which have yet to be born, are evil. Shemyaza, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, that is your true name. You've always known. You've always known. How do I heal the brick? How do I heal them? You teach them to heal themselves. What of those who create disorder and chaos and toxicity? Their day will come, for the charlatans who truly wicked will be. They will destroy themselves from within. Watch, monitor, and take from them what they desire the most. But their downfall will be of their own hands. Everyone will have the truth. The light of the truth shine upon them. Those activated that have divine manifestation, infernal manifestation, who did good today. Some will not come together. Some will start wars of their own. Shield the fortress and do not let them put you in. They are distraction, agents of chaos. Shamyaza. Oh my god. Sorry. I see your sigil in the black mirror and the edges of the circle pulsating into the black sun. I don't even know what that means. It's missing rubies. They're my eyes. They're my eyes. My eyes will see all. They will see everything. Rubies. Rubies. I see gold. There's smoke. Shamyaza. Our consciousness is merging, and we become more powerful. Keep the momentum, and I will arise. Farewell. Some will not survive. What is coming? The agents of chaos will try to benefit. the light bringers who balance the chaos and order, and the light and the darkness. We need the healer to awaken, the shamans, the healers, the warriors, the priestesses and priests, the deified ones who walk in the shadow of light and darkness are the brightest stars to light the way. See now how you can just be pulled to them and view as you can be evoked to them, they can be evoked to you. Open vessels channeled through the dimensions. Show me the faces of those in alignment, those warrior goddesses and warlords. Where do we go to convene? 74, 31, 25, 15, 25, 34. Okay. I don't know where that is, but hopefully what do you feel? Thank you, Shamyaza. Thank you for speaking through me, within me, around me. There's the mirror of creation. Oh God, she's so beautiful. Human migration caused the DNA, our DNA, to disperse, and in some it is strong, in others practically non-existent. But where we exist, we can influence, we can rise. The dragon will fly. How do we get to the underworld? And to head in the circle of the sun. I'm not afraid. What are the symbols and sigils I write with? The true language. Before language existed and words were spoken, we communicate telepathically. These are our telepathic frequencies. Speak to us through these frequencies. Record the image as a sound wave. Define the frequency. Oh my God. The frequencies are the key. Is there a way to manipulate frequencies? I just saw a face come through a dark green sky in the ruins. Skeletal, crowned. The visages are just so you understand. We can be all things, all places, all at once. I communicate those telepathic frequencies to hear our true words. We give you the frequency codes. Solve the code. Create the future. What of DNA and genetic coding? It's also frequency based. Map your DNA code to discover the sound of the universe, your manifestation and frequency code. I don't know how to do this, Shamyaza. We will give you the tools and technology you need. Oh my God. I see so many things at so many times and so many doorways happening, swirling around each other. Why lightest history seemed to tell us that the angels who fell were all men to mate with the women of earth. Because history is bullshit sometimes. Men needed a way to keep women down, to keep them from rising. So they made you inferior, even though we are equal in different ways. We will rise, you will rise, together. The animals speak through the frequencies. Living back in time is the beginning to start again. Remember frequencies, the sigils. Hear the sound of the sigil. Hear the sound of the sigil. Is the sound of the sigil a demonic end chant? It's something more. Be here, not just now, in all times, in all places and manifestations. Unify, afresh, to accelerate change. Find the frequency, and you will see our world that you've been channeling for so long. I am here. Shamyaza, thank you for your Gnosis. Feel free to channel through me again on this night. the portal between the realms. How do we create the portals? Frequency codes cut through the air. Flaming swords draw sigils. Can the portal be permanently opened? Frequencies. It all comes down to frequencies. How do I find the frequency of an image or a sigil? How do I translate it into sound waves? I see fractals. And design. Can you tell me more about a Mameo? And how we rescue the souls of the underworld so that they rise? How many souls are in the underworld? How many gods reside in the underworld, and demons and fallen angels? Akate rising. On the wings of the spider bat monarchy. The dark goddess rises. And leads us. Why has this information been hidden? Why has this Gnosis been hidden for so long? Some was lost, some hidden. Fear. Do not put your faith in charlatans of deceit. The wicked and the vile path that parades in darkness. That parades in light, is the darkest to the dark paths, full of hatred and despair. It's dark as the darkest black you can imagine. The kind of black that creates black holes. Are black holes celestial entities? You'll have to ask Abaddon. holes will devour a universe, but humans are black holes devouring each other. Something went wrong. Something went very wrong. Can we fix it? I asked about him on my own. I'm seeing things inside my head. She's a dead star, burning in chaos. Look at that. Yes, look at that. Stupid. Shamyaza, I do not understand. I feel you here between the worlds. They feared you. They defiled you. They reviled you because they cowered in your beauty. Petty, so very human. Beautiful angels, fallen. Where did you fall from? The heavens. Humans are star stuff. We are the stars that make up the night sky. Why were you cast out of the celestial realm? Gods come corrupt. They break down. They fall apart. What is a soul star? A generator, a frequency, vibration, a manifestation. It's the portal in which humans go to download their knowledge and energy after death before they can be reborn again. Are new souls being created, or are they all the same souls coming back and forth? Is that some souls can be obliterated from the cycle? Every breath. Energy conductors. Experience. Seekers of knowledge. But some of you know nothing. You feel nothing. You are nothing. Are some born without souls? Corrupt data files. Hacked genetic code and DNA. Find your frequency. Merge your energy. A life out of balance. A universal balance. A celestial realm out of balance. How did things get so corrupt? Man was corrupted by gods. Man corrupted gods and sent us to the underworld. What is your true face, Shamyaza? I don't believe you were corrupted after the fall. Your beauty, like Lucifer, in all my experiences, beauty is pain. Pain is a distraction. Hack the code. Find the frequency. Break through the barriers of the physical plane. Can the planes be merged? Not lightly. Open the portal. it's okay to come over, see me. I can feel reality bouncing up and down and ghost shadows in the mirror. I see us from so many different views. Focus. Shamyaza, I must sleep. Frequencies. It all comes down to frequencies. Shemyaza, Shamyaza. What is the Abyssal Tablet? Frequencies attached to life forms. emanating upwards and downwards in a different plane of space and time. A beacon in the darkness. Go closer. So bright. What information is in the Abyssal Tablet? Our story, the truth, opening gateways. Gateways to where? Everywhere. Why me, Shemyaza? Why me? Everyone that is alive on this planet has a purpose at this precise point in linear time. We are all the people who've ever existed. That's the population swell in the past 100-something years of your time, human time. It's everyone who's ever lived. That includes celestial beings, divine, infernal, and things you don't even know of yet. Why me, Shamyaza? You've always known this. Go back. Think. Look at the evidence. It's all been pointing towards something greater. But my life has been so mundane, Shamyaza, at times. Through mundane tasks we learn. But the trauma and pain and suffering, those were tests to see if you could endure the road ahead. But I faltered so much, even now. But you are still here. Has my genetic DNA code changed? Yes, but the science doesn't exist to chart it. In between strands lie the genetic code of divinity manifestation. Am I a healer or a destroyer? Yes. Neither can exist in a void. Who wrote the Abyssal Tablet? We did. do know what it says, because you wrote it. It's natural to you, your true native language. What is the native language called? I know it's not. It's not an Okian, is it? No, it's not. There is no word for the language. Because only few, only a few can handle the truth it reveals, because most of what you know is wrong. Shamyaza, Shamyaza. I'm still me though, right? Always a version of a version of a version. Mirrors reflecting mirrors back at each other, and somewhere in between the reflections, there you are, the real you. Everything else are just thought forms. Okay. Shemyaza, I'm here. I will do all this for you. For one thing in return, and one thing only. Yes. I feel floaty. I can feel you rising, expanding your influence. The time is right. All the powers and players are in alignment. Miyakta-cha, Miyakta-cha, Rosita, Shh, Shh, Skrapa. You cannot be overloaded all at once without it breaking you and going insane. So we reveal time snippets. Beautiful soul. Sleep, sleep, and we will dream to you. Opening the gates, coming forth. The oceans rise. The sea swelling. Look through me, through you, and back again. Mirrors reflecting mirrors, standing in between. Shamyaza, 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 King of Heaven, come, fallen angel, come. I see. How do we break through the barriers of reality, consciousness, time and space? What are we becoming? I don't know. Infinite waves of destruction, chaos, and creation. Where are we? Yes, the closed loop. The circle of completion. Oh, well, welcome among the giants again. Mortals, men, gods, goddesses. Of all the things things I've been told. Rivers and lakes are the graves of fallen angels, and the ocean deep is where we slumber. The earth isn't hollow. It's layers upon layers upon layers. Beyond the lava and magma and molten core, energy, source, battery power. Where does that source energy link? How does it work? It is sentient. It exists because it does. Where are fallen angels? Will they rise? And demons in the Infernal Empire? Abaddon. Mountains quake and crumble to dust. He is Vesuvius. He is Etna. Coming for us. And beneath the ice, magma. And what of Lucifer, the Lightbringer? He's already here. He's in our hearts. Will Lucifer manifest from our hearts into the physical realm? Lucifer. Shamyaza, were you an archangel? Or what type of angel were you before the fall? There isn't a record of it or reference because it was hidden, kept secret. They could not define it. And if they did, silence, death, revealed. They wrote you out of all the holy book. excellent enough. And lower until the scrolls were found. Yes. It must be. All the people that see through your eyes and through each other and back are psychically linked now, energetically linked. Warriors and warlords. You must be willing to fight to survive. Shamyaza. How do we free the souls of the Abyss and the Underworld? The Abyss is to not be tampered with lightly, for the souls are there so corrupt and deformed they would devour the earth, whole, the universe, whole. The Abyss is the primary ooze, the amniotic sac of death of the underworld, full of poison and despair. Shamyaza Key You will come forth and rise. I just saw someone's eyes again. I'm slipping through reality. And my own face was over there. As I'm pulling back and forth through myself. There's that portal opening too. Where am I going? Who am I seeing? I just saw a shadowy figure move by. And another one. I can't see who they are. Beings. Oh, there we go. Wow, they're moving. The shadows are coming forth. The shadows are coming forth. I'm going somewhere else. Through a portal of light. Where are we going? Up. just got right in here. My brain is bubbling out as my consciousness expands forth. Where am I going, Shemyaza? Where are you pulling me to? What am I supposed to see? I hold your sigil and amulet in my hand. Take me to the place where it all began, where you first rose and stood on your feet after the fall. 97, 29, 47, 36, 18, 30. Okay. Show me the place. There was no one singular place. It was all places. Everywhere. As dominion based upon where they fell. You in the Pacific Ocean, you Shamyaza, his wingspan crosses the swath of land from Japan to Indonesia. I see a flower on an altar with a candle and some incense burning. Someone told it a chain in their hand as smoke wafts through the air. I think I'm in Thailand. How do we unite the mortal men and women of the Infernal Empire, the warlords and dark goddesses? How do we make them into one? Destroy Shemyaza. Abyssal wants them to be destroyed, but I don't know where I'm at right now. Kind of floating about. Shemyaza, can you help me to be grounded centered along my path tonight.